Understanding the thermo is very important when creating in Dreams. Usually the resounding complaint is there isn't actually enough to fit in what you want to create, but this isn't entirely true. Learning how to maximise and optimise the assets and animations is key to making something impressive and playable for both the PS4 and PS5 players. Now, while there isn't a native PS5 version of Dreams, the PS5 can handle load times much better than the PS4 can. That's why it's important to optimise the performance so that the PS4 players aren't lagging, losing out to load times, that sort of thing. So, here's 5 handy dandy tips that will help you in the long run. Number 1. Plan out exactly how your level is going to play. The area your character can run around in, all the boundaries that don't let your character move outside of it. Once you've done that, make every single object that the player can't touch non-collidable. This will help keep load times and lag down due to the fact that the game doesn't need to keep track of physical objects that are nowhere near the player, and it allows it to focus on the other stuff instead. Number 2 is get creative with your boundaries. Players tend not to like invisible walls too much. If you can avoid them, try to do so. Examples of things to use instead of invisible walls are fallen trees, real walls, fake real walls, a door. If you're on an island, make the water a hazard. You get the point. Even have something like the character say, "Oh, this isn't the right way to go," and turn them around instead of using an invisible wall to do that. It may seem like such a small thing, but even a detail such as the character mentioning that this isn't the right way to go is always better than being forced into an invisible wall and just nothing happen. Number 3, don't be afraid to ask for help. Creating something on Dreams, or in general, is quite daunting, and doing it all by yourself can make you burn out, can make you lose interest, and it can make the task just seem too grand. Reaching out to people for help and even the motivation to continue is always better than burning yourself out. Now, you might not always receive the help you need, and you shouldn't pester someone into helping you, but Dreams is definitely a great community for getting people on board with passion projects. If they've got a bit of spare time, usually they do tend to help, at least in my experience. Now this one is a wee bit of a helping you to find help sort of thing, and it's also number 4. If you've just downloaded Dreams, you've probably played through the tutorials. Now, while these are useful for the basics, they don't really help on the intricate specific stuff like making a character swim, climb a wall bounce, interact with objects, etc. YouTube is usually your go-to for learning these things. There are people out there who specifically create content designed to teach you these things, so try YouTube to learn. Simply typing in Dreams tutorial, how to make characters swim tends to yield results. Now I know going to social medias tend to be a bit of a red flag for a lot of people, and rightly so. Social medias can be just a big barrel of poison, but if you tend to stick to specific areas, for instance, going to Reddit on the Dreams Reddit, Dreams PS4 I believe it's called, and finding Dreamers on Twitter, it's always a great way to ask for help, to find out how to do things very specific. Just don't keep messaging someone for 3 weeks asking if they'll help you with your Five Nights at Freddy's project. That's not cool. And finally, let's say you've spent a few months making a fun wee game, and everything is looking good, you upload the game to Dreams and sit back to bask in the people playing your game, when suddenly you notice no one's playing it. Kinda strange, you spent months making it, what's going on? Well, that brings us to number 5, marketing. Just like the AAA studios on PlayStation, Xbox and Nintendo, you have to market your game, assuming you care about that sort of thing, like views and plays and, comments. Take a few weeks before you drop it, grab some screenshots and post them on social medias like Reddit and Twitter, as I said before, or even whip up a trailer for YouTube. Tell people exactly why they should play your game. There's a weird misconception that just because you're on Dreams, you think you should be able to upload something and just get 1 million people to play it just for uploading it. But that's just really not how it works. It's not how anything works. Maybe you could have did that in 2006 when YouTube just popped up and anything on it was gold, but nowadays you're always competing with other people also wanting to fight for the spotlight. Now, I'm not saying that everything you make has to be this grand thing where you market the hell out of it just to get 100 plays on it, but if you are one of these people that wants to upload something and get a wee bit of notoriety doing it, you have to put in the work behind the scenes. Your job as a creator does not end once you've finished the game, or animation, or song, or anything that you're making, and I'm talking about this not even on Dreams, everywhere. So put in a wee bit of extra work, market the game, make trailers, post screenshots, do the work, and you yield more results than you would have if you didn't. But of course, for the lazy people, I do bring good news. If you would like easy views, likes, all that stuff, just make a game called COD Zombie Survival Mario Map. You can totally negate everything I said and fly your way to stardom in about 2 weeks. Well, that's it from me. Hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!